You probably love your pillow. And honestly, fair. Your pillow is not just a pillow. It is emotional support with a fabric cover. But now imagine this. You are an ancient human. It is dark, the ground is cold, insects are crawling around with absolutely no respect for personal space. There's no mattress, no blanket, no bed frame, no orthopedic neck pillow, and definitely no memory foam brand promising to fix your spine in 30 nights or your money back. So the obvious question is, how did anyone sleep like this? How did ancient humans sleep without beds, without pillows, and without waking up every morning feeling like their neck had filed a legal complaint?
The first mistake is assuming ancient humans just collapsed directly onto bare rock like badly treated video game characters. They usually did not. The real answer is stranger, smarter, and much more human. Ancient humans had beds before they had bedrooms. Not beds like ours. No wooden frame, no bed sheet, no pillow fortress. But they did have layers. They used grass, leaves, reeds, animal skins, ash from old fires, and sometimes special plants that may have helped keep insects away. So the real story is not that ancient humans slept without beds. It is that they slept without furniture. And that difference matters. A bed is not really a piece of furniture. A bed is a solution to three very annoying problems. The ground is hard, the night is cold, and bugs are tiny demons with legs. Modern humans solved it with mattresses, pillows, blankets, bed frames, and way too many decorative cushions that nobody is legally allowed to touch. Ancient humans solved it with whatever the landscape gave them. Grass, leaves, soft plant fibers, animal hides, fire, ash, shelter. Other people. So even if their bed looked primitive to us, the idea behind it was exactly the same as ours. Separate the body from the ground, stay warm, stay safe, keep bugs away from your face. At Border Cave in southern Africa, researchers found evidence of ancient plant bedding going back around 200,000 years. That is not a small detail. That means for an unbelievably long time, humans were coming back to sleeping areas, collecting soft plant material, laying it down, using it, refreshing it, and sometimes burning old bedding. Think about that. Before cities, before farming, before houses, before almost everything we think of as civilization, humans were already asking one of the most relatable questions in history. How do I make the ground less terrible? And the answer was not just suffer. The answer was build a layer between your body and the world. And this is where ancient sleep starts looking less like caveman chaos and more like prehistoric interior design. Some bedding was placed on top of ash. Now, ash sounds dirty to us because we think of it as the thing left behind after fire ruins your barbecue. But ash can actually be useful. It is dry, powdery, and unpleasant for many crawling insects to move through. If you are sleeping close to the ground, insects are not a small inconvenience. They are roommates. Terrible roommates. So ash underneath the bedding may have worked like a rough pest barrier. Grass on top, ash below, fire nearby. Not glamorous. But if the choice is ash or fleas, congratulations, ash is luxury now. At Sabudu Cave, also in South Africa, archaeologists found plant bedding from around 77,000 years ago. And this bedding was not just random grass tossed on the floor. It included sedges and aromatic leaves, and some of those leaves contain natural chemicals that can repel insects. So, no, ancient humans did not have lavender pillow spray, but they may have had the prehistoric version, which was basically put the bug-hating leaves where your body is going to be. That is not primitive. That is practical. Ancient bedding was not only about softness, it was about defense. Your bed was also your insect control system, which is less romantic, but probably much more important at 2 a.m. But what about pillows? The mattress part explains the back, but it does not explain the neck. And this is where the pillow question becomes interesting. What did ancient humans put under their head? The honest answer is probably many different things depending on where they lived, what they had, and how they slept. A folded animal skin, a bundle of grass, a rolled hide, an arm, a raised patch of bedding, maybe nothing at all. And before you panic, remember this. Our modern need for huge, soft pillows is partly connected to our modern beds. On a soft mattress, your shoulder sinks down, your head needs support, and your neck starts screaming internally. On firmer ground or plant bedding, the body does not sink the same way. Maybe the pillow problem is modern. This does not mean sleeping on the ground is secretly better. Please do not throw away your mattress and blame me tomorrow morning. The point is simpler. Your body gets used to the sleep environment it grows up in. If you grow up sleeping on a soft mattress with a thick pillow, the ground feels like punishment. But if your body grows up with firmer sleeping surfaces, different sleeping postures, and less separation from the environment, your idea of normal changes. Ancient humans were not superhuman. They still wanted warmth, softness, safety, and fewer insects near their face. They just did not need those things to look like a modern bedroom. And when later ancient civilizations did make pillows, some of them were honestly terrifying. Ancient Egyptian headrests, for example, supported the head while sleeping, but they were often made from hard materials like wood, stone, ivory, or ceramic. To modernize, they look like someone invented neck pain and then put it in a museum. But they had practical uses. They could raise the head, help airflow in hot climates, protect hairstyles, and possibly keep insects farther away. So historically, a pillow was not always about softness. Sometimes a pillow was just head support, which means our fluffy pillow obsession is not the only way humans have answered the problem. The night was not a bedroom. The next mistake is imagining ancient sleep as private. For us, sleep means bedroom, door, fan, charger, maybe one suspicious noise from the kitchen. For ancient humans, sleep was social. People often slept near other people, near fire, near tools, near the safest part of a shelter or camp. Because at night, your body becomes very bad at being alive. You cannot run properly, you cannot scan the horizon, you cannot defend yourself well. You are basically meat with dreams. So ancient sleep was not just about comfort, it was about protection. Where you slept mattered, who you slept near mattered, fire mattered, shelter mattered. Fire changed the night. It gave warmth, it gave light, it created a social space. It may have helped keep some animals away, and most importantly, it made a small circle of darkness feel controllable. Imagine an ancient camp, like an island. Inside the firelight, there are people, tools, warmth, food, stories, and familiar faces. Outside the firelight, there was cold, noise, insects, predators, and uncertainty. So sleeping was not just lying down and closing your eyes. It was choosing the safest place to become helpless for a few hours. That is what sleep is, really. A nightly act of trust. All right. Modern hunter-gatherer studies give us another clue. In some groups, sleep is flexible. People do not always fall asleep at the exact same time. Some nap during the day. Older and younger people may have different sleep patterns. In a mixed age group, that means someone may naturally be awake during parts of the night. This does not prove every ancient group slept exactly this way, but it gives us a powerful idea. Ancient sleep may not have been everyone shutting down together like phones plugged into a charging station. It may have been a living camp, breathing through the night, with different people waking, sleeping, listening, moving, and watching. Also, ancient humans probably were not getting the perfect 8-hour sleep routine promised by wellness influencers standing next to beige curtains. Studies of pre-industrial groups suggest sleep was often shorter and more flexible than we imagine. People might fall asleep several hours after sunset and wake before sunrise. Some nights could be broken. Some days could include naps. Seasons change things. Weather change things. Children change things. Animals change things. Hunger change things. So when people say ancient humans slept naturally, be careful. Natural does not mean perfect. Natural means responsive. Their bodies adjusted to the world because the world was not adjusting to them. So if we reconstruct an ancient sleeping setup, it might look something like this. First, choose a sheltered place, maybe a cave, a rock shelter, or a camp protected from wind. Clear the sleeping area. Use ash or old fire remains underneath. Lay down grass, sedges, reeds, leaves, or soft plant material. Add animal hides if available. Keep fire nearby. Sleep close to other people. Keep tools within reach. Use your arm, a folded hide, a bundle of grass, or a raised patch of bedding for your head. And then, hope the night stays boring. Because for most of human history, a boring night was probably the best kind of night. This is the big shift. Before the bed was an object, the bed was a process. Gather material, prepare the floor, make a clean layer, sleep. Replace it, burn it, move on. Ancient humans did not buy beds. They made sleeping systems. Portable, local, replaceable, and practical. And that makes sense.
If you are moving across a landscape, you cannot carry a queen-size bed frame behind you like the world's least efficient survival strategy. Try migrating with a mattress. You will become prey before lunch. So the ancient bed had to be light, disposable, and made from the world around you.
So how did ancient humans sleep without beds? The answer is they did not really sleep without beds. They slept without furniture. Their beds were made from grass, leaves, sedges, reeds, animal skins, ash fire, body habits, and other people. Their pillows might have been arms, hides, plant bundles, raised headrests. It was not luxury. It was design. It was not soft in the way our beds are soft, but it solved the same problems. Protect the body, reduce cold, avoid bugs, support rest, and make the night survivable. The ancient bed was not bought. It was built. Again and again. Which means your pillow obsession is not weakness. It is the modern version of something extremely old. Humans have always hated sleeping badly. We hated cold ground. We hated bugs. We hated being exposed in the dark. We hated waking up sore and exhausted. So we invented little islands of safety between our bodies and the world. Today, that island is a mattress, a blanket, and the pillow you refuse to share. 200,000 years ago, it may have been grass on ash in the back of a cave, beside a fire, surrounded by people. Different materials? Same human problem. Comfort is not modern. Comfort is ancient.